Most unsettling Roblox games ever created by the absolute GOAT, Visual Venture. Make sure that you subscribe to him. And yeah, I'm not gonna spend this intro yapping.
And games like this in the past have resulted in death.
Yeah, I don't recommend joining this game at all. Again, especially if you have epilepsy. Like, I kind of feel like this game should be banned.
This game is really traumatizing, dark, and depressing, and now I don't know what to feel anymore.
Because something very disturbing does actually lie within these games.
Roblox lets developers create any game they can think of, but some people chose to build games that shouldn't have been made. Today we're diving into the worst of them. These are the most disturbing Roblox games ever made. So it is almost the end of the year, guys, and my goal is still the same: to increase the number of videos I put out for you guys without sacrificing quality. To do that, we gotta keep growing, so it would mean the world if you subscribe, and I promise to do my very best I possibly can
Yeah,
for you.
subscribe
I'm
to Visual
Venture,
Venture,
you
guys.
are awesome.
He's the GOAT.
Forsaken. In 2025, a Roblox game called Forsaken blew up on the news. With the attention...
Hold on. Wait, hold on. I've heard of that game, bro. I'm not a Roblox guy. I don't really play Roblox games a whole lot. But I have definitely, like, that was like a trigger word, bro. I've heard this game's name, like, several times. Wait, it should be banned. Wait, hold on.
It wasn't because people loved it. They said the game was promoting something evil, something that could physically harm those who played it. The idea of the game seemed pretty average.
Forsaken is a Roblox game in which you must escape the killer before he comes and attacks you.
It looked like a standard survival challenge. Run, hide, stay alive. But inside the game, something else was going on, and that's what started all the trouble. The game included a fictional religion called the Spawnism cult. The cult worshipped a strange symbol.
The Spawn cult is a cult that worships the spawn. Yeah, remember that little symbol there? Yeah, they worship that thing.
They claimed this symbol had supernatural powers. It could bring anyone back from the dead and give them a second life. That belief showed up in the gameplay. Whenever players passed away, they respawned. That meant they came back to life at a spot marked with the spawn symbol, just like the cult promised. At first, players laughed at it. They knew it was all made up, simply part of the game. Then things changed.
I just want to say something. If you are part of a cult where you worship a spawn point in a game, I want you to find the nearest exit in your building, go outside, and touch some grass. Thank you very much.
Some players started saying the Spawnism cult wasn't fiction. They insisted it was real, and they wanted others to join the cult too. It started slowly. Players made videos explaining the cult's beliefs.
We Spawnists believe that if we show our devotion towards the spawn, this Roblox symbol, then we will be granted a second life.
Soon,
Please go outside! Go outside! It's not that hard. It really isn't. If you calculate the area of grass outside of your house, it is most likely way greater than the area inside of your house. So if you just walk in a random direction, you're more likely to end up on grass than in your house. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Just touch some grass. Just touch some fucking grass. Oh my god, I could... From just reading that, bro, like a nasty odor filled my nostrils. You know what I mean? Like just this nasty, disgusting odor filled my nostrils when I read that shit. Ugh, God, I hope I don't encounter individuals like that.
Discord communities appeared. One was called the Church of Spawnism. Another was Spawnism Circle. Inside those servers, members took on roles like priests and prophets. They gave orders and expected their followers to obey. They performed rituals around the spawn symbol, expecting it to give them powers of reincarnation. New members were told to prove their devotion. At first it was simple. They had to post pictures of the spawn symbol and type messages.
And then they had to cut their wrists
Then
open.
one of the cult leaders named Chesbull took things.
Yeah, I can smell him. I can smell him from the screen. I can smell him from the screen. Yeah. You're doing that? Yeah, I can smell you from the screen. I can smell him, bro.
To another level.
Cheswell is a grown man who uses Spawnism to get young people to do bad things.
He told his followers the pain was the true proof of loyalty. He encouraged them to carve the spawn symbol into their skin. And then...
Bro, I said cut your wrists open as a joke. I said that as a joke. I said that as a joke. I did not think it would actually happen. This guy is smelly, and he's disgusting, and he's evil, and he's a piece of shit. But then again, like, you're telling me the children are really about to do this, bro. You're telling me they're really about to do this.
Post the result online. Here's an even bigger problem. Many members were very young. They joined for fun and now they were scared. Some left immediately. Others stayed convinced the cult could truly give them a second life. Luckily, a screenshot of Chesble's crazy Discord messages leaked online. That's when the world finally realized the danger. The fictional cult from the game was now harming real people in real life. Within days, media outlets picked up the story. They called the situation dark and depraved. News about the cult spread across social media. Former cult members started speaking out. One wrote, "I was not in the right mind and was absolutely terrified of death. But luckily, I watched the video before doing any rituals or stuff." Parents urged others to stop their kids from playing Forsaken. Roblox couldn't ignore the public outcry. They released a statement, but it wasn't what worried parents expected. They said they investigated claims related to a spawnism cult and found no associated violative behavior on the platform. Roblox didn't see a problem. They refused to ban the game. Forsaken is still playable today, and the spawn cult still exists in fan groups and chat servers. Some players say it's all roleplay. Others still believe it's real. This next game was so disturbing that players
I mean, what do you even say after that? What do you even say after that? I mean, humanity just honestly keeps on impressing me. I did not know that it was possible to be so smelly that you create a cult from a Roblox spawn point, you create Discord servers, and then you tell children to cut their wrists open, to basically be a member of this spawn symbol cult. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Like, I know that there's been other cults on the internet and stuff, and you know, they've also done the same thing, except they haven't revolved their cult around a Roblox spawn point. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You see where I'm coming from? It's just like, wow, you know? Wow, it's like eye-opening. It actually is. It's like, I can't believe it.
Players contacted the police. Sarah's House Tycoon. In 2014, a construction game appeared on Roblox. It was called Sarah's House Tycoon. Initially, it looked normal until players noticed something strange. The game was filled with hidden messages. They began to piece the messages together, and they came to a chilling conclusion. Players believed the game's creator was trying to confess to a real crime. The game was created by a developer known as I Miss You Tycoon. That name alone raises questions. Who did they miss and why? The game didn't say. Instead, players were told to build a house for a character named Sarah.
This is a seemingly innocent Roblox game about building a simple house.
Players added walls, installed doors, and placed furniture. It was fun. Then the game gave players a new goal: buy Sarah a car to go with the house. Players got the car, but when they looked underneath it, they saw a dark figure hiding there.
Look under the car. Please don't tell me so. Can I, like, actually... What the hell is that? Is that a person?
That person was named Self. Self wasn't just a character in the game. It was described as the main antagonist. In other words, Self was the villain. Self would often lurk around any area where Sarah was without her knowledge. Players found that unsettling. A character who secretly watches a girl. That sounded more like a stalker than a normal Roblox villain. Theories spread fast. People began to think Self represented the developer of the game. And if that was true, the developer might be confessing.
I mean, honestly, like I feel like that does not at all have to be the case. And honestly, like, if it's supposed to be a horror game, I actually think that's a really cool, like, concept, like having a stalker after you. I mean, for a horror game, yeah, 100%. But like, and I don't know if he's gonna get into it. He probably is, but like, assuming that, you know, we don't get any more information than that. No, it's like, you cannot pull conclusions from what someone says in game. It's supposed to be creepy, and even if the person is trying to make it seem like, oh, I did all of that stuff, they still probably did not do it, bro. Like, you could literally code anything into a game.
Saying that he was stalking a real girl named Sarah. One player wrote, either the creator was stalking her or I'm just yapping about something random. Another asked, isn't the creator of Sarah's House Tycoon a real-life stalker? A harmless game suddenly felt like a disturbing message, as if the developer left clues for players to discover the truth. And
Why would you leave clues, though? Like, realistically, if you actually did that shit, there is no fucking reason to leave clues to millions of other players that might play your fucking game. Like, dude.
soon they found something even worse. Behind Sarah's school in the game, players found a dumpster. One player live streamed himself investigating it. He walked up to the dumpster and turned up his volume. He heard something terrifying.
You're gonna start hearing someone screaming, someone crying for help, someone upset. Hear that?
Muffled screams were coming from inside the dumpster. Players believed the screams belonged to Sarah. That made players even more determined to understand the game. What was the creator trying to say? They kept playing. Eventually, they unlocked a new update. The game revealed that Self took Sarah's life. Her remains were locked in the dumpster in North Carolina. Suddenly, the screams from the dumpster made sense. After that, players began to ask another question. If this game was really a confession from a real stalker, then who was Sarah? Was a girl with that...
Okay, everything I said, I take it all back. I take it all back. This dude said Self murdered Sarah and buried her in North Carolina, bro. Now, when you name actual locations, that's when shit gets creepy for real, bro. That's when shit gets actually like...
name actually missing in North Carolina?
No way they find her, though. Like, this is all just a mystery, right? Like, this is all just like a creepy, like, unsettling thing. They do not find a body inside a dumpster in North Carolina. That is fucking... It's not specific enough.
Reddit users began digging through real police reports. They searched for missing girls named Sarah in North Carolina.
No, you do not find her. No, you do not find her body.
They found one case that matched the clues in the game. Her name was...
No, you do not. There's no way.
Sarah Nicole Graham. She disappeared in February 2015.
Her family said she left their home in Fairmount, North Carolina, early that morning to go to work. She never arrived.
Police believed someone close to her probably knew what happened.
Most of the people we have interviewed have been cooperative. We believe someone very close to her isn't telling us everything they know.
This led players to wonder if the game developer knew the real Sarah and if they were responsible for her disappearance. Online, players shared screenshots and theories. Some even talked about contacting the FBI. They believed the game could be the key to solving the case. At the same time, they all tried to figure out who created the game. One rumor pointed to a YouTuber named Systix.
I'm pretty sure that the developer all along was Systix. Because if you go to their YouTube channel, as you can see, they make a lot of analog horror videos.
The rumor went viral, but it was never confirmed. Systix never admitted to creating the game, so the developer's identity remains unknown. Here's what we do know. The game is still online, Sarah Nicole Graham is still missing, and players still believe the game is somehow connected to Sarah's disappearance. Up next is a game that used...
Yeah, dude, I thought so.
Science.
I was about to say, like, if they find her body, like, without any further clues from the developer, because at that point the developer's just stupid and wants to get caught, that would have been unbelievable. I mean, it kind of seemed like the fan base was about to solve the case there. I mean, they were really dedicated, looking through police reports. Like, if they pulled that shit off, that would have been the most impressive find ever. From a Roblox game, too. Like, good God.
Scare people.
And that's scary, though, I must say. That's fucking creepy.
Russian sleep experiment.
Oh,
this game had a bizarre concept. It asked
not the Russian sleep
players
experiment
to perform experiments that looked evil. It's called the Russian sleep experiment.
Like, okay, if it's gonna... Okay, I'm sorry for pausing a lot, but I just want to say this. So, some of you might not know what the Russian sleep experiment is, and you don't need to know. All you need to know is that it's basically like a sort of possibly made up, like fictional horror story where it's like these 5 guys are in this Russian prison and like they don't sleep and they take drugs and they eat each other. And if you make that game in Roblox, like, bro, Roblox is a child's game, bro. You cannot make that game in Roblox, bro. If they make a similar game in Roblox where you fucking cannibalize each other, they have to take that game off the platform.
launched on Roblox in 2021. The description said, "This is a game where you can experiment with imaginary viruses on robots and perform tests to build more powerful virals." But once players entered the game, it didn't feel imaginary at all. The robots looked like real people, and the experiments looked painfully realistic. Players took on the role of scientists. They stood in front of test subjects trapped inside glass chambers. Their job was simple, but disturbing. Inject each subject with a different disease, and then watch what happens next.
Subject 144, we're going to do some test experiments on you today, starting with this one. All right. Why is he sitting like that?
Each injection caused a new reaction. One made the subject's skin change colors. Another made their
Yeah, these are not robots, buddy.
twist. Some even caught on fire. It seemed cruel. And players noticed that someone was hanging from the ceiling. One Redditor described the game as human experimentation along with detailed gore. They followed it with a warning. Young people should not be performing detailed human experimentation in video games. Parents and older players agree. The problem wasn't only the gore. It was the fact that Roblox is filled with young kids, and those kids were the ones doing the experiment. Then players found out where the developers got the idea for the game, and that made people even more upset. The game was inspired by a famous horror story also called the Russian Sleep Experiment. It became popular online in the early 2010s.
The Russian Sleep Experiment is the terrifying tale in which 5 people are kept awake for 15 days.
By the way, it is not confirmed if this is a real thing. It's supposed to be a story, but it could hypothetically be real considering the circumstances at the time. It was like World War II when people were trying to, like, I don't know, get ahead of each other in technology, and so human experimentation was not that weird to do during these times, but once again, there's no confirmed records of this ever happening.
And the horrifying effect it had on their minds and bodies.
5 prisoners were locked in a chamber and given a gas that forced them to stay awake for 15 days straight. As time passed, their minds broke because of the sleep deprivation. They became violent. When scientists finally opened the chamber, the prisoners were unrecognizable. That horrifying tale was turned into a Roblox game, and people didn't like it. Someone commented that the game showed brutal acts of crimes against humanity. Another asked, how is this game allowed? The complaints continued. Eventually, Roblox had to respond. In 2022, Roblox removed the game without warning. Players who bought Game Passes logged in to find it was gone. But most people understood why. One user summarized it this way: Roblox really doesn't like anything that resembles human testing. Today, the Russian sleep experiment is gone from Roblox, but very disturbing gameplay videos are still all over the internet. This next game was so disturbing that it made people cry. Steal a Brain Rot.
What? Isn't this the game that fucking 5-year-olds play? What? Hold on, bro. Hold on. Wait, no, actually, if 5-year-olds are playing this game, they could probably cry at anything. You could show them anything and they get upset.
2024, a Roblox game made kids cry so loud.
Bro, if you delete Steal a Brain Rot from their fucking from their devices, like if the parents, you know, actually took initiative and did that for once, I mean, shit, they would cry at that, bro. I wouldn't be surprised.
Their parents thought they were physically hurt. The game was called Steal a Brain Rot. Players had one goal: collect digital characters called brain rots.
In this game, you basically come to the center here, take a brain rot, like this guy, and he'll walk to your base.
Brain rots were the most valuable thing in the game, but there was one unique rule. Other players could steal them if you weren't careful.
The biggest twist about this whole game is that you could steal each other's brain rots.
The rule caused chaos in the real world. Kids had meltdowns over stolen brain rots. It was such a big deal that one mother wrote a blog post about it. Is stealing a brain rot destroying my child? She described a terrifying moment at home. I heard screaming and crying from my 8-year-old. I dropped everything and bolted from my chair, convinced he was in danger. She checked her son for injuries. He wasn't hurt. He was just devastated because another player stole his brain rot. Parents across the internet share the same story. Kids
Please
were
delete Roblox from your child's fucking... Like, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I was one of those kids that didn't grow up with not only, you know, not brain rot, but I didn't get to have a lot of screens in general, alright? So, I, like, not saying that, like, it might be hypocritical to say that, you know, I would have been any different if I did play games like Steal a Brain Rot when I was 5 years old. Probably not. It probably wouldn't have changed anything. But it's like, it just goes to show, because your child is going to be so, like, drawn and adapted to that shit, that if you take their screens away forever, they will like never forgive you. Like they'll probably be mad at you for the rest of your life. Think about it. It's insane.
Uncontrollably because of in-game theft. Steal a Brain Rot wasn't just the game anymore. It was affecting real emotions and real behavior, and things were about to get worse. As kids played more, they found new ways to steal brain rots. Some resorted to manipulation. Here's how it worked. Older players befriended younger ones. They invited them to a private server. They promised not to steal their brain rot, but once trust was built, the trap was set. They stole everything the younger player had. It felt like betrayal by someone you considered a friend. One parent explained why it hurt so much. She said the point of this game is to steal items, but it's also done in a mean way. My son losing friendships over a video game. That same parent checked her son's chat logs in the game. She found insults and bullying from kids he knew in real life. She accused the game of hijacking their brains and turning them on one another. The game
I mean, not really. Like, people get bullied in school and public zones all the time too, so I don't think it's that, but yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and defend steal a brain rot, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and defend a video game. Like, that shit will make you tweak out 100%, especially if you're a child.
It wasn't just encouraging deception, it created real bullies. And just when it seemed like things couldn't get worse, it did. Some YouTubers realized they could turn the Steal a Brain Rot game into content. Their strategy was simple: steal from children, make them cry, get more views. One YouTuber said it openly.
Today we are once again playing Steal a Brain Rot, but this time we have one single goal: make as many children cry as possible.
He targeted young players with expensive brain rots. Then he stole from them on camera. Kids begged him to give them back, but he didn't.
Oh, he said in the chat, please don't steal my stuff. I worked so hard to get it.
Children logged off in tears. Their misery became viral content. The comments under these videos.
Can't you just steal it back? I've never played this game before. Can't you just take it back or something? You could like try to manipulate them back and then get into the. Oh, I don't know. Probably not.
Some viewers wrote that it was sad and mean, while others said the kids deserved it. The controversies about Steal a Brain Rot kept growing. Parents decided they couldn't let this continue, so they banned their kids from playing the game. Despite the controversy.
Oh my god, wait. A good parent decision? Are you kidding me? Wait. Oh my god, I banned it from my house over a year ago. Took all technology that reaches the internet. My son's behavior is 1,000% better. Okay, I don't know what this grammar is, but yeah, look at that. Oh my god. Wait, there's actual hope, bro. No, there's not. But someone did something good. That's a good thing.
So they banned their kids from playing the game. Despite the controversy, Roblox didn't take any action. Steal a Brain Rot is still on the platform, and children are still crying over stolen brain rots. Up next,
yeah, I feel like at the end of the day, it's not that serious, all right? Like, compared to what this guy was bringing up earlier about the cult slashing their wrists open, this is nothing. You know what I mean? This is nothing in comparison. I mean, you don't really need to remove a game that I guess these kids enjoy. I mean, surely they enjoy fucking taking brain rots from each other. Like, there's no reason to ban the game.
Survival game with serious consequences. 99 Nights in the Forest. 99 Nights in the Forest.
I've played this game, actually.
A survival game that's
actually
too real. It dropped players into a dark forest at night. They had to chop trees, build fires, and protect themselves from danger. But soon, players realized it was far more disturbing than your typical Roblox game. Some even believed it crossed into something demonic. The first issue was the deer. It stood upright like a person. Its eyes glowed red. And whenever it saw a player, it attacked. Weapons were useless against it. Players panicked as it chased them.
Oh my goodness! Yo, this deer is crazy. This deer is crazy.
But the deer wasn't the only evil creature. The game also had a Wendigo demon, a ram demon, and an owl demon with red eyes. For some players, it felt like a direct connection to the occult. Then came the rituals. Every few nights, drums echoed through the forest. Dark figures in robes gathered around the campfire. They wore deer antler masks that hid their faces.
They have the drums playing. It's also a cutscene.
But I low-key think that's
the deer
peak, though.
sometimes appears with them. And it's just very, very creepy.
There was There's even a part where cult members can ambush you and perform a ritual sacrifice in the name of the deer monster. To many, it looked like devil worship unfolding inside a kid's game. Parents started to worry too. One mother said the deer gave off a dark energy. Another parent noticed their child acting strangely after playing. And then people learned the worst part. This evil game was based on a true story. Right before the game loads, a message flashes on screen.
When you join 99 Nights in the Forest, it says it in red that this game is based on a true story, but some details have been changed.
Players wanted to know more, so they started searching for the real story. Eventually, they found a news report from May 2023. A plane crashed deep inside the Amazon jungle in Colombia.
Though the 3 adults on board died, the 4 children, aged 11 months to 13-year-olds, survived.
Those children lived off forest fruits and seeds. They hid inside hollowed tree trunks to stay safe at night. For 40 days, they fought to survive until rescuers finally found them. It was almost the same story as 99 Nights in the Forest. The game also had 4 missing kids.
Whoa.
The forest looked almost identical. Even the crashed plane in the game looked the same as the one from the news. Once players connected the dots, fear turned into outrage. Many believed the game was disrespectful. One comment said, "It just seems morally wrong to exploit a serious event like that by turning it in."
Nah, I don't think so, bro. It's not that serious, I'm not gonna lie. But it is interesting. These are the things you've never heard of, bro. A plane crashing, 3 adults die, 4 kids survive, and now they live off the forest. You never hear about these things, man. That's crazy. I wouldn't call it disrespectful, though, because once again, like, you know, they put in monsters in the game, and they put, like, a bunch of other cool stuff in the game, so I don't think so. I just think whoever wrote this is kind of soft, honestly.
To a game. Some asked Roblox to take it down, but nothing happened. Even with all the complaints, 99 Nights in the Forest is still on Roblox today. Our next game left players frightened long
It's not that serious, bro.
after they stopped playing.
I don't know,
Mimic.
these 2 most recent ones, the Steal the Brain Rot and the 99 Nights in the Forest, bro, it is not at all as serious as, like, yo, this first one is by far the worst. It's by far the worst, bro. It's by far the worst. It's worse than any of these.
The Mimic is one of the most popular horror games on Roblox. It was inspired by Japanese monsters and old urban legends. Most people finished the game and moved on, but for some children, the fear continued long after they stopped playing. They claimed the monsters followed them into real life. The game starts with a simple mission: find a missing person inside an abandoned school.
Basically, we are going to our old school and we're gonna try and find our missing friend.
But the moment players step inside, they meet a terrifying creature named Hiachi. She looks like a young girl, but she's cursed. Her only purpose is to haunt anyone who enters the school. To survive, players must find a key and escape before Hiachi catches them. Hiachi is fast. She can also mimic human voices, which makes the game even scarier.
Lady? Wait, is it mimicking? It's mimicking something. It's mimicking something. Who's this? Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Players began posting reaction videos. You could see how terrified they were. Those clips went viral. But when parents saw the reactions, they felt Hiachi was too disturbing for a game. In August 2022, a mother posted this warning on Facebook. She wrote, "Roblox has a new game called The Mimic. It is completely diabolical to my eyes as an adult." She said the game felt dangerous. She even called it evil. Another parent shared something more alarming. Her daughter became so frightened of Hiachi that now when she closes her eyes, she sees the creature. The child believed Hiachi followed her everywhere she goes. These warnings spread fast. Screenshots appeared in parenting groups all over social media. The fear became a digital wildfire. But even after parents begged Roblox to step in, the Mimic was never removed, and millions still play it today.
I feel the same way with the Mimic too. Like, I don't feel like you should take the game away from that. I don't think Roblox should take the game away. I mean, if it's a good game and it's a horror game, like, other people are gonna want to play it. As for children getting scared, I'm not gonna lie. I might say something that will upset some people. I don't know how controversial this is, to be honest. But, like, when I was a kid, I was also I was dealing with the same shit without playing horror games, you know? Like, I would, like, be in my bed and, you know, it would be dark, and I would also feel like I saw creatures, you know, in the corners, and I would be, like, terrified, and, like, I wouldn't want to, like, I would turn to a corner and I wouldn't want to look behind me. I honestly think that that's just a part of life, is, like, just dealing with, like, fear and then, like, growing out of it. Because obviously, like, I grew out of it, and I think they're gonna grow out of it too. I don't think it's gonna create some generational trauma unless they found it so scary that it just ruins their whole life. So yeah, like these three most recent ones, I just don't think it's that serious. But of course, it's gonna upset parents and stuff, so it's understandable enough. And if you don't want your kid playing it, there's actually a really easy solution. Take the device and force them to go outside and enjoy nature. It's a really simple solution. It's really healthy. It's really good for the child too. So like, I don't know.
This game was banned by a country. Piggy. Piggy launched in 2020. To win, players had to solve puzzles while running from a terrifying villain shaped like a pig.
Uh-oh, guys, it's Piggy. Look at him slowly stuttering towards me. Oh, this is just upsetting.
But as the story progressed, the tone got darker. Characters got infected, some turned into monsters, friends betrayed each other. But that wasn't why people complained. What really bothered people was how much the characters looked like Peppa Pig.
Take a look at these guys right here. These are literally Peppa Pig characters, and that's dangerous.
Peppa Pig is one of the most trusted shows for young children. Parents didn't want their kids seeing a familiar, friendly character transformed into a murderer. They were also worried because Piggy wasn't some niche game. It was one of the biggest games on Roblox with over 13 billion visits. It was even rated ages 5+, but that rating didn't match the disturbing content. Parents started campaigning against the game.
There is a version in Roblox called Piggy. Check this out. This is so demonic.
One viral tweet claimed the game was conditioning kids to be okay with violence. Kids reported having nightmares after playing Piggy. A therapist also said she was dealing with children affected.
Dude, this is like the same exact thing, bro.
By the game.
As
Some
the
were
last
refusing
one.
to sleep alone. Others would not leave their mother's side because they feared a video game monster would attack them. Complaints spread across Twitter and Reddit. Then things escalated. In Turkey, a news report claimed Piggy was a bad influence for children and that kids should stop playing it. Turkish parents took the warning seriously. They demanded action. In August 2024, the Turkish government responded, but they didn't only ban Piggy. They banned all of Roblox.
Damn.
It turns out the Piggy wasn't the only game causing concern. There was more disturbing activities on the platform. Officials said the ban was necessary to ensure the protection of children. The decision made...
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, considering what, ended up happening to Roblox now, this actually ended up being a good decision in the end. But it's kind of crazy that they banned the whole platform from one game, low-key.
International headlines. Parents in other countries started banning Piggy inside their homes too. Despite the controversy, Piggy is still available on Roblox, but its reputation was permanently damaged. The internet moves fast, and so do the games on it. Today, platforms like Roblox let millions of kids play without enough oversight. My friends, it's up to us to protect the next generation, not by banning everything, but by guiding these kids to make smarter choices. Visual Venture.
Alright, I just wanna... Okay, first of all, W video. Make sure you subscribe to Visual Venture. I just wanna butt in with something. This first one, the cult thing, absolutely diabolical. Fucking arrest that guy. Fucking try to destroy the cult if possible. Roblox should have done something about this 100%. And then these games right here, like the steal a brain rot thing, the horror games, yes, they all affected children, but I feel like they're all sort of part of life, if that makes sense. Like the steal a brain rot one, yes, I don't respect people who try to make content off of making kids upset, but on the other hand, I also feel like, dude, if you're a kid and you're gonna play this game and the whole point is about stealing others' brain rots, you should be fucking prepared for that shit to happen. And if you're not prepared and you get upset because you're a kid, that's also fine, but then you kind of learn from that. It's like a learning experience, I feel like it's people get a bit overprotective sometimes and they think, oh, my kid shouldn't feel this way or that way, but it's honestly inevitable. All children will experience fear, all children will experience anger, all children will experience sadness. I think that's normal. I mean, that's what I went through as a kid. I mean, I feel like that's normal, and then you learn to tackle it and adapt to it. So... yeah, and the same thing goes with these horror games. It's yes, they're scary, so the options are either one, you don't let your child play the games, or two, you let them just kind of play the games, and then it is what it is, and then eventually they'll get used to the fear and they won't get scared anymore when they grow older. But yeah, like the two ones at the start were pretty crazy, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, the real monsters here are the guys that actually try to like get children into some kind of like predatory group or some cult where shit can actually like traumatize you beyond belief and change your entire perspective of life, basically. So yeah, we don't really want that. And then yeah, man, I think that's it. Honestly, that's my insight on it, and I think that's your video. So without further ado, I will see you in the next one. Peace.